Back with another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. As I said, we are continuing to work at the studios on Willow. You can see I've got some new acoustical treatment up in the back, and it's small incremental steps. You know, it's not a night and day difference when that goes up, but with that, and you add it to some wall panels, and you add it to what are called bass traps, and the audio slowly gets better, and it takes out the echo from a room, and all of these different things add up. Reminds me of a time that a friend of mine talked about scrambled eggs, and he said there's no one thing that you can add to scrambled eggs that are just going to make them sensational. It's a lot of different things. It's small incremental steps, and he's right about that, and it works here in the room too. I would love it if you have a small business and maybe you've been working out of your home and you need to come in and would like to get out of the home and have an actual office space. You know, they're available for lease here in the Park Building, 500 Willow in Council Bluffs. So if that makes sense for you, get in touch with Mark Handwriter at Heartland Properties. He would love to be able to talk with you about that. Coming up today, we're welcoming back our old friend Travis Waldstein from AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing. Actually came into the studio today, and we are going to talk about something that is new at Iowa Western that he is a huge fan of, a big believer in, and he's actually going to be doing a lot of his training for his staff now at Iowa Western. So he's going to talk about that. He's going to talk about why he believes in it. And it's all part of a future episode of Circle of Trades. But I thought that, you know, it bears bringing up right now. And it's just some of the different things that are happening here as we're watching our area grow. What's happening at Iowa Western covers all of Southwest Iowa. You know, they have campuses in different locations, but also there's a lot of students there from different parts of Pottawatomie County, of Mills County, Cass County, Harrison County, and you just keep going out, and they're bringing the students in. We have a wonderful, wonderful two-year college in Iowa Western in this area, and they're making it even better with this training program. So that is coming up on today's episode of Local Roots. Travis Waldstein will be joining us shortly. Be sure to start your day right at Brewed Awakening in Avoca, open Monday through Saturdays, always serving something fresh. I actually saw online that they were getting their espresso machine fixed, so they had to close a little bit early yesterday. Enjoy bagels daily, weekly specials that you will not find on the menu, and warm seasonal soups every Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Wednesdays and Thursdays, grab a hot breakfast sandwich. Treat yourself to something sweet every Friday. Brewed Awakening has a private meeting room as well. It's free to use if you don't need it all to yourself. Stop in for great coffee, good food, and a friendly hometown atmosphere at Brewed Awakening in Avoca. Local Roots brought to you by Dave Lawrence, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Learn how he can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com for more. Edward Jones, member SIPC. And if you're looking to buy or sell your home in Southwest Iowa, Blake Hunter is your trusted realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Blake knows the local market, and he's dedicated to helping you find the perfect place to call home. First-time buyers, if you're upgrading or ready to sell, Blake Hunter is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit his website, blakehunter.homes. All right, let's jump into that conversation that I had with Travis Waldstein of AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing.
So, has anybody talked to you yet? Well, two things to talk about. Number one, and I brought this up to you. Last week, I met with Iowa Western and had a very good meeting. We are actually switching our apprenticeship program to Iowa Western.
Okay.
They are starting their apprenticeship program starting in January 27th. Matter of fact, I sent you an email the other day. You need to respond to it, but that's okay. I see where this is at. So I see where I rate on the list of things.
It's not about where you rate. It's about how many hours can I squeeze into a day.
There's 24 in a day. You need to sleep 1 hour a day. Just keep that in mind. So
let me take down notes. All
right. But no, in all seriousness, so we've been working really hard with that with Iowa Western and kind of pushing for it. And you know, they've got some other business partners that are looking at it, and they're looking to, you know, right now it's going to be plumbing and HVAC, but they're looking to get electrical involved too. You know, a lot of the community colleges now across the state have seen the value of getting people into. I mean, and they got construction technology, they've got you know, other stuff too, but they're really actually, you know, with them so with the bond that they passed, one thing that's happened is they're building a new diesel technology center up on the
Oh,
right
yeah.
there by the tower.
Speaking of that, the day after that bond passed, I saw heavy equipment sitting out there.
Oh,
The day after.
oh,
Do you think Dr. Kinney was ready?
oh yeah, he was right. And so what that's going to happen with that is it's actually going to allow where they're currently doing their auto mechanics program to move the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical out of where they're at in Kinney Hall over into that program
Mm-hmm.
and do it. And I'm pretty excited for what they're talking about doing with that. Not only from their classes, it sounds like they're going to days, um, but also with HVAC right now been going nice, but they're going to go to days in the fall, which makes sense. But they'll have their apprenticeship program, and anybody that's a contractor here locally that does what I do, whether you like me or not, but you want to get trained people, you want to get involved in the apprenticeship that's local, it's hands on, is here. I think it's a great opportunity for anybody who wants to have input in the program. It's not my program; it's the community's program.
Mm-hmm.
That we get people trained. And I like what I'm hearing, what's going on with the instructors out at Iowa Western too. In the past, and they'd be the first to admit they've had some challenges with instructors, but it sounds like they're putting their money where their mouth is, which is good, which is great in my opinion. And so I'm kind of excited to get off the ground with them, which is great. They do a lot. I know right now, like with their program, they've been doing some stuff with TradeWorks. And then I actually had a meeting yesterday with um, Bailey McQueen with what is their program? It's
Yeah, career advantage.
very. Yeah,
Yes, it's not advantage, it's advantage.
I,
Yeah.
I screw that up, but then like I said, look where I went to high school, so we'll blame it on that. But no, we had a visit with them yesterday too, and been trying to get together with them for a year, and between me not returning phone calls and being busy, and just with a lot of stuff they get going on, we're looking to try to get a little bit more involved with that with the schools that are participating. I know we've participated with IJAG as well, with some of the smaller communities. So that there's a lot of different programs as far as getting students involved, getting students interested in the trades. The nice part is I think that Iowa Western, you know, is going to be going forward. Will be able to help trade, contractors like myself or my son or eight contractors in Omaha, or Council Bluffs, Glenwood, this area to bring people into the program. So pretty excited about that actually.
Well, so there's a couple of different things that I'm thinking about that could benefit you with this. Number one, it is you have somebody that you want to get some additional training, and it's a way for you to send them there. But also, you would have access to a pool of trained people as you are growing the staff that you have and already here.
Yeah.
They've already been in the area and they're familiar with the area, you would think, after they've been here for a couple of years or however long the training program is. So there's two different ways that this can benefit you.
I think it's going to be huge for myself. Anybody, I mean, the thing that we've complained about for years is not having enough people. Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to. So I think that's huge with what they're doing. So I'm really excited that they're getting on this, and I know they've got Natalie Harris, and then Brianne Duty is who is kind of overseeing the program, and they're going to be in conjunction with the HVAC instructors. Tom Hodap's the HVAC instructor. I'll remember the plumbing instructor's name. I apologize, but I think you know you can either A, bitch, or B, be involved. It's not free,
Right.
but then you have to also decide, for what you're paying for, what are you getting out of it. So,
Right.
and I think everybody's on the same page as far as that goes. And the nice part is, if you want to be more involved or you want to come out and kind of see what's going on and what's being trained, to me, that's huge.
Mhm.
And that's what you know that's how it should be, because you know what, I'm 52 years old. In 20 years, I'll be like Russell Waldstein, man. I'll probably be taking a dirt nap.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. I just know there's a history there, but you never know. But there's gonna be still people out wanting to to do this. And, I mean, this is something that AI isn't going to be able to take over. Nothing against AI. I think my opinion on AI is it's great, but I think it's like computers. It's going to fix everything. They're going to realize AI has its fault. It's not perfect. It is whatever. Excuse me. But there's certain things in life. You know what? You can't get stuff delivered from a point A to point B. There are certain jobs you can't. Listen, AI is not going to dig out your sewer line. AI is not going to fix your furnace. AI is not going to fix your air conditioner. There's going to be tools with that where AI might help assist in some of that
Hmm.
stuff. As technology advances, but there's still going to be the human element. There's going to be the intelligence element with as far as that goes, and you need a workforce that's able to help, just like we need nurses, just like we need doctors, just like we need educators, we need people that help run government and run private business. The trades are in need. And I think people are realizing that we spent the last 30 years ignoring it. Now it's like going, oh, not now for everyone that's coming in three or leaving the program. Well, in 10 years, there might be nobody if you don't
Hmm.
start doing something. So,
Well, I think at least around here, people are doing something.
yeah.
We're seeing the training actually and the interest actually getting started down at the high school level.
Hmm.
And that's part of what Career Advantage is doing is they're
Yeah.
getting those people and kids involved.
Yeah.
So there's in this particular part of the world, I think that the need was identified and the opportunities were identified,
Yeah.
and that we've got people in place that are doing some really good work
Yeah.
that are going to make the future even brighter.
I just talked to somebody last week. He's actually graduated with my youngest, Hunter. He works for a shop over in Omaha, but he's what, 21, 22 years old. He's got his Omaha journeyman's license, which is like, okay, don't, I won't get involved with the state licensing between two states. That's a whole different conversation. But it's like you're 22 years old, you've been here, and you're doing well. So he recognized me right away. We talked for about 10 minutes, and it's like, and that's exciting. It's no different, Roy. They graduated from college. Well, what did I graduate? I graduated from, a 4 year apprenticeship. And it means X, Y, and Z to me, and you know, that's exciting when you hear about that. Because how many 22-year-olds are still living at home with mom and dad? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a
Yeah,
lot of that.
yeah.
So I never did, but I mean, there's others that do. So I'm really excited to hear some of the stories and see. And I don't care what it is, if it's doing carpentry or construction or doing drywall or even painting. Good. I think it's great. But so the other thing I was going to tell you about, which I know has been out there, I didn't know Council Bluffs hasn't had like a home show since like 2017, 2018. Building Trades had ran a home show.
Didn't I see one coming though?
That's what. Yes, there's actually one.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're. I don't think they're tied in with building trades. I don't quote me. I'm terrible. I don't go to any meetings. I'm too busy. I should, but we won't talk about that. But yeah, there were actually Council Bluffs home shows doing one January 8th, 9th, and 10th, I believe, is that second weekend in
Okay.
January down at the Mid American Center. We're gonna be down there. We're putting some promo stuff together for it. But it's the first time we've had a home show in a long time. And like, well, who the hell wants to come look at a furnace or AC? Well, okay, I get it, but we got some stuff we'll talk about. For plumbing. Maybe we'll have a bidet down there. We can have Tucker show you how to drink out of one. So, if you want to go look up something funny, and this is fun. He's not drinking out of a used bidet, but what he does is he gets a brand new bidet put in, and he'll show you a picture of him drinking out of a brand new bidet and do it as a TikTok. Oh, you should. Oh,
Oh my.
it's an attention getter. But we're starting to do more with that actually. So maybe we'll have a bidet down to show off. But no, I've actually we're I don't know what's going to be. It's been a while. I mean, home show, you kind of become a meat market in one hand. And if you don't want to get solicited for home services or projects, probably don't go. But if you're looking, haven't been out for a while, or
Hmm.
don't want to spend the money to go down to the Omaha home show where you spend $20 for parking and you deal with a bunch of Nebraska contractors that don't care you're from Iowa and, all that I would say definitely, come down and check it out. I was really kind of surprised by it, but, I'm hoping they get some good turnout, and I don't know. I don't do it myself. I haven't had to stand in public like that for quite a while. So
I'll come down. I think if I saw the sign correct on the Mid America Center, tickets are free.
I believe, yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything to go.
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything to go. So, I'm kind of excited to see what it is, what's going on down there. So, it might be terrible, it might be great, but the fact that we haven't had one like 7 years, like, oh, okay, because I won't go to the Omaha show. I just won't do it. Of course, that's me.
You just get mad at that you got to pay to park over at the whatever that arena's called. Is it what is it? The CHI?
Yeah, CHI. Unless I was playing college baseball at at TD Ameritrade, or TD
Right.
whatever it's called now, So I don't know. That's my bias, but yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the show. So it'll be fun. Be curious to see what other
hmm
businesses are down there. Sounds like they got it fairly filled up.
Yeah,
So yeah, you have to come down and
I will.
check it out.
Yeah,
So.
I will. That's all coming up. You said that's second weekend of
Yeah, I
January.
believe. Let me confirm the dates
Okay.
on this here. I will tell you.
Yeah, I know the 9th is a Friday.
And it might be January. So okay, 9th, 10th, and yeah. So you're right.
Yeah.
9th, 10th, and 11th is what it is. So, um, I believe that's the date. So, but yeah, should be very interesting.
Yep. You can see that conversation coming up soon on a future episode of Circle of Trades, the entire conversation that I had with Travis Waldstein and all of the previous episodes, too. Travis has been at this a while, over 2 years now. He has been hosting his own podcast called Circle of Trades, and I would encourage you to watch it or listen. If you'd like to watch, it's on YouTube, and if you would like to listen, you can find it on Spotify. Castle and Associates of American Family Insurance is your local insurance provider for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs. He has 4 convenient locations. Travis and his team are in Trainer, they're in Council Bluffs, and they're also across the river in Bellevue and in Elkhorn, which means they're local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team will educate, advise, and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. And when you're in the market for stylish, locally curated fashion that's close to home, it's Unique Boutique Iowa in Neola at 101 4th Street. You'll find them open on the weekends, Saturdays 10 to 2, Sundays 11 to 3, but you can shop online anytime. ShopUBIowa.com. Again, thank you so much for being a part of things. We've made it to the middle of the week already, and time just seems to fly right by, but I've been so busy working on the studios here and got a long way to go yet before they're completely done, but it's a labor of love, and I can leave at the end of the day and see that I've actually accomplished something. So that's I'm looking forward to showing you even more of the progress that we're making here at the studios on Willow. My name is Todd Studer, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.